Mystery Theater Fastow! Welcome back to Chaos Head NoaH. Last time, we just went into the most badass route so far. I gotta say, the Sena route has been incredible with all this, like, world building of science and adventure, and that the Committee of 300 is not like, you know, your standard, like, you know, conspiracy committee of, like, shady billionaires and such like that. It's actually like these hyper reality folks from like a world above ours, and like they're making decisions as if like it was a game, basically kind of like when they cry, Umineko Higurashi type situation, which is pretty badass, I gotta say. And basically they were offering, you know, what we were gonna do anyway, destroy NoaH 2. Except they revealed to Sena's father afterwards that nobody can know of their true nature. So they're gonna kill Sena and Takumi afterward. And I hope that we can get around that. That sucks, because if you're contacted by them, or in any way, that means you're totally screwed. Like, they would have killed them regardless. But let's see how this pans out. I hope it's not a bad ending, although it seems like that's what it's heading to. And because I don't think there's too much left in this route, we'll also get started on the Remy route. We'll at least do the stuff that, you know, is before the main route split, like where it starts, because I know that each route has like extra sections within the main story before it like legitimately goes off on its own path. All right, let's get back into it. Going on a walk through Shivia finally helped things sink in. I finally came to terms with just how horrifying the earthquake that hit the city truly was. Not a single trace of the once dazzling city remained. The city was dead. Shivia was now a city of death. Countless unmoving bodies littered the streets. Some lying alone, others piled on top of one another. Various sections of the main road were deeply stained with pools of blood. Nothing was alive. Everyone was dead. Everyone. Atano-san had said something earlier about the casualties being in the thousands. The sole cause of all this suffering was NoaH 2. This wasn't a natural disaster. It wasn't even any kind of disaster at all. This was an atrocity, a massacre. Sena, who was just a few steps ahead of me, had an intense look of sorrow on her face. Atano-san hadn't come with us. We just left him behind at the Nozomi Technology Building. They were a father and daughter, apparently, but they really didn't act like it. I felt like Sena had some sort of one-sided, intense hatred towards her father. Yeah, you never knew about their past, did you? They mentioned Sena's mother and younger sister during the conversation. What had happened between them? Two of them? Whatever it was, it must have been what had led to Sena's heart and mind being broken. Hello, Zarmegas, welcome to the stream. Despite me wondering that, I didn't plan on asking for some detailed account of what had happened or anything. Not that I knew how to in the first place. Besides, our number one priority at the moment was obtaining the cheat code. Once we had that, I wouldn't need Sena to protect me anymore. I'd be able to live on my own. Suddenly a rumbling sound came from behind me. Thinking it was just another earthquake, I immediately got down on my hands and knees. But the ground was what was shaking. I slowly and cautiously looked behind me. Toward where the Nozomi main office we were just in should have been standing. Smoke was pouring into the sky. It looked like the end result of an erupting volcano. Oh shit. Was he able to get out in time? The building that should have been there wasn't there. Oh god. Had it collapsed? But Atano-san was still in there. Shit. I hope he got out in time. small whimper escaped Sena's lips. She looked up at the smoke filling the sky in a daze. Father. After a moment, she noticed my gaze and quickly turned the other way. However, her shoulders continued to tremble. You are such a tsundere. I freaking swear. I'm sorry, I know it's a sad, but you could easily take this line in like a comical way. It's like, oh no, he died. Now I'll never get to kill him. Something like, I know it's a lot more serious than that though. Hello Sloom, welcome to the stream. Damn it. If I knew this would happen, I would have killed him myself. If I had just killed him then, Well, we can just bring him back too. We'll get to wish on the Dragon Balls. Once we got our hands on the cheat code, we could do that. There was no reason we couldn't, as long as we believed what had said. Bring someone back to life. Just to kill them. That's counterintuitive. Sena laughed to herself, but her voice was muffled by her tears. I didn't really know what to say to her, so I just hung my head. Sena fought back her tears for a while, but eventually, as if she made up her mind about something, she started moving forward once again. And now not a single tear remained on her face. I hurriedly followed after her. Right, let's see if you guys can destroy the thingo. Here we go. I think the sister should still be there, right? And Remy might be there too. Underground Shibuya Station was home to both the Hanzomon line and the newly constructed Fukutoshin line. Which had a far more complicated structure to it. There was also a Ginza line platform located 2 floors above ground, but it was still treated as a subway service. Ask pretty much anyone, and they'd tell you the place was pretty much a dungeon. Not only that, but the earthquake had caused all stairways leading underground to collapse, and now they were all buried in rubble. Sena had been able to use her D-sword to blast away the rubble and clear a path for us, so it hadn't posed much of a problem. But due to the lack of proper lighting, finding the right coin locker had been taking a lot more time than anticipated. And if that wasn't enough, the air filtration system had stopped, leaving the air disgusting and filled with dust. My coughing refused to stop, to the point where I felt like I was going to die. The stench of death wafting off on the scattered corpses didn't help either. Hello, Mirage. Welcome to the stream. Is this it? Sena had finally located the coin locker, which was somehow standing tall with no signs of noticeable damage. Hopefully Kiryu hasn't unlocked them all already and taken all the prizes. To our astonishment and subsequent relief, the locker still had power running to it, something that was made clear by the bright glow of the IC card reader. Please make a selection. It's displayed on the screen. Retrieve and deposit were the only two buttons available.
本当にこんな何の変哲もないロッカーにチートコードが置いてあるのか
Could there really be a cheat code in such an ordinary locker? Oh God, home rush! I should hope not. The locker had been there since before the earthquake. A whole bunch of customers would have passed through here before us. On a normal day, no one would have paid it any mind. Just how many people actually use lockers like these in the first place? Couldn't imagine there'd be that many. Upon clear inspection, it occurred to me that almost all the other lockers were buried in rubble. I don't think I've ever played Etrian Odyssey. But I think I played the demo once on a 3DS ages ago, and I found that it wasn't for me. It was some really, really old school shit, but if that's your thing, then more power to you. It's interesting to hear about your experiences. I like my RPG stuff with more story, but it looks like very, very like old school strategic stuff. Oh, let's see what's there. Behind that single closed door was something beyond imagination. Urban legends like that have been floating around for decades. It wasn't especially strange or anything like that. It was fairly grounded in reality, actually. A small container that you could find very easily throughout your ordinary life. Housing something extraordinary. That was the idea behind it. When I pushed the retrieve button, a message popped up saying, "Please scan your card."
箱の中に残っているのは希望かあるいは絶望か
What we find in there, will it give us hope or despair? Who knows? There's a video game coming up that uses those terms really, really, really a lot. So maybe it's an early copy of Danganronpa. Oh, I've mostly seen Nico's LPs on the Yakuza games, but I really like what I see. Enough that I'm a fan through osmosis. And that I would totally play it if I had more time. Sena dug out her IC card from her pocket and slowly approached the screen. Oh, that was loud. With an electronic beep, the sound of a lock releasing came from the locker. Sound echoed ominously throughout the dead silent underground. All right. What is it? Come on! Sena and I stood anchored to the spot, and then we both checked our surroundings. We'd at last come face to face with a cheat code. What form it would take, neither of us knew. Now, Narose still has both of his underlings alive. So, we might have to fight through them first. Or we might have to face all three of them at once. That would really suck. Oh, man. We'd at least come face to face with the cheat code. What form it would take, neither of us knew. Like that would be some crazy ass battle. Them having to fight like both sides of the new gen killer and Narose at the same time. But at least then, like, you know, he would have some help. And that would be epic as shit. Please don't let it be something gross or anything gory. Really. You predicted it, Sloom! Personally, if I had the choice, I'd want it to be a Seraton figure. How ironic. Considering that was one of the things he had to fight in the main route. Yeah, that'd be the best possible outcome. Sena wiped off the sweat beading on her brow.
1009番だったな。
It was 1009, wasn't it? The locker we were looking at was the second from the left, and the third from the top. Come on! No! You're like pulling a fucking Ryukushi here with this amount of preparation. Come on! Jeez. The door was fairly big and had 1009 written on it. The locker was ever so slightly ajar. All we could see inside the slight gap was uncertain, unending darkness. That is so cool, Hollow Mirage. To play like something like that with multiplayer, that sounds like a lot of fun. Sena and I stared at the locker, frozen in place. You open it. Even though she didn't say it out loud, I could feel Sena telling me that. Granted, I was doing the same thing, so we're both equally cowardly. Come on, you do it, I told her inside my head. I thought about letting a game of rock, paper, scissors make the decision for us, but it wasn't about time to mess around like that. Sena. Fucking hell! Come on! Ah! I would just yank it the fuck open. You don't have this time, dudes. Seriously. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was multiplayer. Shows you how little I know about that genre. Sena, you... should open it. Well, was what I was going to say, but I was interrupted. Open it, Nishijo. Sena took a step back and readied her sword. I'll stand guard, just in case. What the hell do you mean, just in case? Hurry up! I still felt like she was gonna stick me with the tip of her sword any second now. My throat went dry from the anxiety. But my recently unearthed hope resurfaced once again. If I surpass this trial, I can become a hero. With this adage etched upon my heart, I summoned all of my remaining courage. I placed my hand on the half-open locker door. Do I open it? Yes. I slowly opened the door. I fucking swear. Come on! It opened easier than I expected. And inside I found... a lump. It's a lump of pink. It actually looks like it's a blanket covering something. What is that? Sena and I peeked into the locker at a loss for words. A white bundle of cloth? It was bigger than I expected. Right when I reached out to touch it... Are you fucking kidding me?! Oh no! Oh my god! Oh no! Oh, that poor thing! Oh my god! What? Oh my gosh! You! What the fuck? Oh no! I pulled my hand back in a panic at the sudden voice. Oh god! Oh no, this is gonna be really sad. Anything with babies automatically makes me cry. No. It's... no way, it's... a baby. A live baby had been in the locker? I mean, it's been decades since then, but abandoned children being found in coin lockers have been a fairly large social issue. That's disgusting and horrible. At one point, but for it to be happening now, that is horrible. Wait, that didn't matter right now. Where was the cheat code? I double-checked the locker number. It was unmistakably 1009. So that must have meant... Sena gently picked it up as it continued to wail, handling it like a fragile object that would fall to pieces if she let go of it. The baby's cries grew louder and louder. Sena grimaced as her body stiffened and locked in place. She looked at me with pleading eyes.
Nishito,
Nishito, help! What am I supposed to do? What the fuck are they supposed to do with the baby? Why ask me? I think you should let it suck on your tits. Yeah. Oh God. I don't know if that would work. Like, she hasn't been pregnant, so I don't think it would work like that. I love that. I love that expression. Burn in hell. Oh, jeez. Her glare pierced through me. Had she overheard my delusion just now? That baby is probably the cheat code. I mean, if we thought about what they said. If the baby was a cheat... No. It wouldn't activate unless we destroyed it. No. Destroy it. In other words, kill it. I went silent and Sena glared daggers at me. She shielded the baby with her arms. We can't. Hell yeah, Sena. There's no way in hell we can do that! They survived the earthquake all alone in a dark, cramped place like this. Fuck you, Taku. No. But it's the cheat code. It only appeared here after the earthquake. It isn't human. It just looks like one. Yeah, no. Seriously, this is sus. That's only if you believe what the self-proclaimed Committee of 300 said. What if they were lying? What if this baby had been left here originally, and those people just embedded the cheat code into them? The coward had Sena's perfectly menacing look. Even so, I frantically shot back my rebuttal without looking at her in the eye.
だってしょうがないじゃないか。それを壊さないとチートが。
Taku, no. But it's not like we have much of a choice here. You could destroy the frickin' NoaH 2 without this. If we don't destroy it, the cheat won't. If I lost to Sena here, I'd end up losing the cheat code and staying a Otaku freak for the rest of my miserable life. You could choose what you want to be! Oh god.
この子に触ってみろ西条。この子のぬくもりを感じてみろ。
Just feel the warmth. Feel the Nichijou. Feel the warmth coming off of them!
こんな小さい子、お前は殺せるのか？
Are you really capable of killing a small child? Of course I can't. I'm completely harmless. That's why you need to do it, Sena. Oh, fuck off. I couldn't actually say any of that.
セナは矛盾してる。
Sena, you're contradicting yourself.
ここに来るまではやる気満々だったじゃないか。
You were so motivated before we got here.
世界は電気仕掛けなんでしょ。だったらその子も単なる人形だ。
The world is all just an electronic device, right? So that means that baby is just a shell, a doll.
でも泣いてる。
But they're crying. Well, all that means is that these things matter, even if they are, quote-unquote, fake. It still matters. Something doesn't have to be, quote-unquote, at the highest reality to matter. That's how you reconcile those two beliefs easily. It doesn't have to be, quote-unquote, real to matter. Sena gently embraced the baby. She had just such a tender and loving expression on her face. I couldn't believe she was the same ill-tempered girl from before.
この子は今泣いてるんだ西条。
The baby. They're crying, Nishijo. She was a total mess. That Sena just been a complete fucking schizo all along. Wow, Takumi, you're not really endearing yourself here on this route.
シートを発動させてノア2を壊さなきゃ君の家族だって。
You can destroy NoaH 2 without it. Yeah, on this route, Takumi doesn't even know he's a delusion. We have to destroy the activated NoaH 2 with the cheat. If we don't, then we can't bring back your family.
なんでためらうんだよ。
Why are you hesitating now?
この子は生きているからだ。
Because they're alive.
殺せない。私には。
I can't kill them. I can't. Oh shit! Oh fuck. Oh Suidachi. Oh fuck. Alright, we gotta fight a mid-boss. Oh boy.
Well then, how about I lend a hand?
Huh? Oh shit! A thunderous roar. Unsure what just happened, I reflexively crouched down. Yeah, we gotta fight him. Staying like that, I took a look around me. Spotted a single silhouette standing outside the Fukutoshin line ticket gate. They were gripping something that looked like a gun. They were pointing in our direction. Oh no, was he that good of a shot? Are you fucking kidding me? Sena croaked, and when I looked over at her, I saw her hands covered in blood. I cannot believe this! Well, there you fucking go, Takumi. I hope you're happy. But it wasn't hers. It was coming from the baby she was cradling. The white towel the baby was wrapped in was turning crimson. Oh no! That was just like with her mom! Oh my god! I just realized. They're dead. It happened again. I couldn't do anything! Sena's entire body trembled violently.
相変わらず自分の射撃の腕素晴らしすぎっすよね。
Whoa-wee. My awesome shooting skills never let me down. The man continued to walk towards us with his casual smile on his face. On his back, the man wore a rucksack that clashed heavily with his suit.
It could if it was a low caliber. Mr. Theater.
もしかしてあれっすか二人の隠し子できちゃった最近の高校生はなってないっすね
It could if it was a low enough caliber Mystery Theater, then it definitely could have hit the baby and not hit her. Or not done serious harm to her.
What are you two talking about down here? Oh, while I'm thinking of it, what was up with that baby? Wait, don't tell me. Was that your secret love child? Did you two do it? Man, high schoolers these days.
ま、別にどうでもいいっすけど
Shut the fuck up.
自分は君たちを始末しに来たんすよノア2の近くで目障りなことされると困るんで
But, nah, none of that really matters. I came to take care of you two. If we let you two asswipes near NoaH 2, you'll start causing an awful lot of trouble.
Ooh, is he related to Nozomi? I felt like I've seen him somewhere before. He was carrying a gun. Normal people didn't carry a gun. He was gonna kill us. We had to run.
さてそれじゃあまずそっちの危なっかしい通り魔女子高生から始末しましょうかね
Well then, guess we'll start by taking care of the hyper dangerous spree killer hiding in a high school girl's body.
Sena, you gotta kill this fuck. Oh no. The man raised his gun and pointed it directly at Sena. But she didn't react at all, still clutching the baby she had broken down in sobs. What do I do? We've got the cheat code now. What the hell did I do? I should be invincible now. There's no way I can protect Sena. If I'm invincible, then I can be reckless and stupid and be perfectly fine. Fuck. Takumi.
師匠
Ne, Shijo. I had shielded Sena. A fierce pain exploded in my chest, followed by a burning heat that felt like I caught on fire. That's right, he doesn't even have his D-sword in this timeline. My uniform was stained in blood. I'd been shot.
おーっとかっこいいっすね西条匠くん
Whoa, that was awesome. Nishito Takumi-kun.
身を挺して女を守るなんて男の鏡っす。
Putting your life on the line to protect a chick. You really are a shining example for all us guys out there.
でもそれもいつまで持つかな。
But how much longer can you keep it up?
Shit. Oh, God. Oh, shit, he's just being riddled. And he can't do Uno reverse on him without the D-sword. But maybe Sena could. Maybe Sena could do it. Each time a gunshot ripped through the air. Oh, each time a gunshot ripped through the air. Another bullet hole opened in my body. Just wasting all his bullets. My blood splattered everywhere. The pain eroded my nerves. Sena was still frozen in place, looking at me with tears in her eyes as she cradled the baby. Over half of the white towel was now covered in a deep shade of red. I could no longer tell if that blood was mine or the baby's.
西条。違う。
Nishito, you're bleeding.
このままじゃ。お前が。
If you don't stop, you'll.
シートコードを。
God damn it, they've tricked you or something. It's not doing shit. Use the cheat code.
でも、私、どうしたの？
What do I do? This wasn't good. I was gonna lose consciousness. It hurts, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts. I never asked to go through pain like this. With the cheat code, I should be invincible. But if Sena doesn't activate it, I'm gonna die. I could feel him getting closer to me. I could sense a similar bloodlust overflowing from him. Something cold and solid was pushed into my back. Felt like my wounds were being grilled over hot coals as that cold sensation clawed through them. Is it the steak?
よく頑張ったっすね。でもこれで終わりっす。この至近距離で心臓をズドンとやれば、さすがのギガロマニアックスでも死亡確定っすから。
Well, aren't you a trooper? But it ends here, with one point-blank bang to the heart. Pretty sure not even a giggle of maniac could survive that one.
セナ。早く。
Sena, hurry! Sena continued to cry. This was it. After all that grinding to get the cheat code, none of it mattered in the end. Oh shit.
頑張れ、クソガキ。
He's doing his Adachi face. Now just, oh boy.
Burn in hell, you little shit.
Come on, somebody do. Yes! Right, Sena, did you Uno reverse it? I think she Uno reversed it. Sensation in my back suddenly disappeared. I thought I'd just been shot, but it wasn't a gunshot I heard. It was the sound of the air itself shaking. Oh, she cut off his arm.
俺の腕が。
Woo! Yeah! Me. I'm the main character now.
My arm!
Oh my god. White feathers shimmered and danced through the air. But we were underground. There shouldn't have been any birds here. So that my consciousness turning foggy and the pain rippling through my entire body slowly managed to turn around, and there I saw... Oh, it's Remy came to save.
リミ
Okay, so Remy and Sena to the rescue. All right. You still gotta beat the evil nurse and, of course, the big boss. Remy. Taku. Clasped in her hands was a sword so elegant, so beautiful, yet its form was unendingly sinister. I'd never seen anything like it. It was Remy. Remy, who had disappeared on me before, was here. She looked at me with a smile filled with sorrow. A large quantity of blood poured from the man's arm. Everything from the elbow down had been severed. Hand holding the gun rolled around on the ground. Had Remy done that? You bitch! My hand! How dare you!
ナナちゃんひどいことしたくせに
With all of the horrible things you did to Nana-chan, this is nothing.
リミ
Remy. Remy avoided my dumbfounded gaze. She simply stood in front of the man, shielding us.
早く外に事情は大体理解してるから
Get out of here, now! I've got the gist of what's going on!
ノア2を壊して葵さん
Here we go. The nurse is still out there, though. Aoi-san, Taku, destroy NoaH 2! Hell yeah, Remy coming to save our asses. That sharp voice brought me back to my senses. When I tried to remove my body even just a little bit, I was tortured by unrelenting pain. Remy, can we get a heal? We need a heal. I wanted to collapse on the spot. I didn't want to move, I didn't want to think, most of all I didn't want to die. My consciousness was fading, fully aware of the blood flowing out of the wounds covering my entire body. Despair and the fear of death threatened to overwhelm me, but I fought them back and held onto Sena's shoulders.
行こう
Let's go.
今だめ
Well, we still can.
すまない日常
I'm sorry. Nishito.
私をかばってこんなに
You shielded me. And now you're... Sena's eyes were clouded with tears. It's the first time I've ever seen her crying face. It's even level-headed like women like Sena cried sometimes. I noticed something else as I held her shoulders. Her body was incredibly frail. I'm sure that wasn't unique to Sena. Really? Jeez. Probably applied to all IRL girls, really. Her body was slender as well, something guys also didn't share. On a normal day, she exuded an aura of confidence, arrogance, and so much overwhelming vigor. Felt like she could crush me with it. Wow! You're just gonna say all this kind of stuff. Really, Taku? At the end of the day, she really was just still a girl, just a worthless, pathetic, frail woman. Oh my God! Really? You're really gonna go there, Taku? You'll be all right. Don't cry, Sena. If we just use that cheat code, it'll heal all these wounds in an instant. It has to. Believing that, I grit my teeth and walk forward. Behind me, I heard the sound of a strange mechanical sound. The sound of a strange mechanical sound. The shrieking resonance tangled with one another, but I refused to look back anymore. Oh, he activated the thingo. Uh-oh. Alright, let's go. Now time to fight Narose. Damn, this one is really involved. We made it above ground. A trail of blood marked the path we walked. I'd lost a lot of blood. The intense heat I'd been feeling in my wounds had been replaced with an unbearable chill. No matter how much I tried to keep it under control, my body kept violently shivering. My teeth wouldn't stop chattering. There it is. The evil nurse is still alive, though. Looking up, I saw the planetarium standing before us. The moment I did, I realized something was off. Surrounding buildings had almost entirely collapsed. The ones that were still standing were covered in cracks and fissures. And yet the planetarium was completely intact. Not only that, but I thought the building was supposed to have been demolished years ago. But it still stood tall in front of me. Why? Why hadn't I realized this until now? Why hadn't I questioned it earlier? Was this because of some gigalomaniac's powers? Or was it NoaH 2's doing? At any rate, the reason I noticed must have been because of the cheat code. Now we just needed to activate it, and then we should be able to destroy the planetarium. Without me supporting her any longer, Sena fell to her knees. She was still heartbroken. Sena. Use the cheat. Even talking was agonizing now. Sena looked back and forth between me and the baby, making her look like she was shaking her head no. But all she did besides that was tremble. I was running out of time. My vision was going blurry. If we didn't activate the cheat code, I was gonna die. Nishito, just hold on. This, I can't. Don't die. Like, I'm pretty sure every single... It's hilarious that he said that, because I'm pretty sure every single girl in this game could kick his ass. Like, my god. I'm begging you. Hey, Nishito. The world isn't an electronic device. I just convinced myself that it was. My god, yes, she is always being put through everything. I couldn't save my mother and sister, and because of that I couldn't forgive myself. I couldn't forgive myself for feeling sick and for vomiting. I couldn't! I didn't want to believe they died, or that Dad did it. I wanted to get rid of all my emotions forever. But I couldn't. I felt nothing but hatred towards Dad. I felt nothing but sadness towards Mom and my sister's deaths. I couldn't forgive myself. I don't want to let this baby die. Oh, is it still alive? God damn it, Taku. Like, I swear, Taku on this route has become insufferable. My god. Seriously, he just does the cheat code thing on the brain. Like, I don't think he's gonna succeed here because he's like learning the exact opposite lesson of what he learned in the main route. Damn it. I couldn't rely on Sena anymore. I had to do it on my own somehow. Reached out my hand to the blood-stained baby Sena was cradling.
貸して
Oh my god, Taku.
Give it to me.
It's not dead? Surely it would be dead by now with all the blood.
But Sena refused to let go.
ダメだ日常やめろ
I swear, Takumi, I fucking swear. You call it Nishijo! Stop!
もう死んでるよ
Yeah, I thought it was already dead.
It's already dead.
Taking charge, I wrested Sena's hands away as she looked at me in horror and forcefully grabbed the baby. She broke down crying, ignoring her. Oh god. Wails, I clutched the baby. Cheat code, activate! Lend me your power! Oh my god, did it actually give him the fucking D-sword? Suddenly I noticed it. A strange color shrouded in faint light. A shining sword was lying at my feet. A D-sword! Forgetting all about the pain, I took hold of it. Well, this is the only other route he actually got it in, so far. Despite being so long and gigantic, it was shockingly light. But this one is like glowing like pinkish. It's almost like I was holding nothing but thin air. I knew for sure. It was the real D-sword. It was no fake. Hot damn, cheat code. To think I finally got my hands on a D-sword like this easily after struggling to get one for so long. Summoning all my remaining energy, I stood up. My wounds hadn't healed, but I was invincible now. Wounds this bad just took a minute to heal, that's all. Sena was utterly useless now. I'd destroy NoaH 2 myself. I felt power overflowing from deep within. From the very core of my body. I felt like there wasn't anything I could do. I had obtained power rivaling that of God himself. I brandished my sword. My target was a planetarium, illuminated ominously by the surrounding light.
壊してやる
I'll destroy you.
これで終わりに
This is the end.
Oh, it's the nurse, I bet. Oh, shit.
A gunshot echoed throughout the air. Blood spewed from my chest. Soon after, I was hit with intense pain. For a moment, I stopped breathing. My vision went black, an awful feeling writhing in the depths of my throat. Taves of blood spread through my mouth as I coughed violently.
It's gotta be the nurse.
Oh. That guy from earlier. Had he shot me again? Had Remy failed to hold him off? I looked around, only absolutely astonished by what I saw. There were tons of people all crowded around me and Sena.
Yep. You're zombified.
They all had dead eyes. They were all holding guns, and they're all aimed at me. Every single one of them was whispering something.
Whose eyes is theirs? Oh.
信仰の救いあれ信仰の救いあ
May the divine light save us. May the divine light save us.
信仰の救いあれ信仰の救いあれ
May the divine light save us. May the divine light save us.
信仰の救いあれ信仰の救いあれ
May the divine light save us. May the divine light save us.
セナ伏せて
Sena, get down! They all fired in unison. The endless lead bullets penetrated my body, boring at my flesh, slicing through my bones.
Hello, Zash. Welcome to the stream.
I was assaulted by impact after impact. My body danced around by an order not my own. It's like a marionette. The pain stabbed at my consciousness. Felt like I was gonna pass out. You! Even still, I desperately kept standing. My D-sword was so raised high, I held it up in one of my hands.
Is he gonna destroy it from range?
I'll destroy it! I prayed. I'll destroy NoaH too! No matter how desecrated my body is, I won't die. I can't die! Ah! I swung down. Delusion driver. The D-sword drew a trail of red light. A brilliant flash burst in the night sky. The blade of light tore through the endless night and descended down upon the planetarium dome below. Only to be deflected by some unseen force.
Yeah, he hasn't activated the god mode in this route.
嘘でしょ
No way! It was like there had been some sort of invisible wall. The light emitted by the D-sword was reflected, and dispersed. Silence. Sena, me, and the people who have been shooting me were all simply stared, dumbfounded. Even with the cheat, it didn't work. Was NoaH too indestructible? I try again. I couldn't let it end like this. I coughed up blood. Greasy sweat strung in my eyes. I could barely feel the pain anymore. My senses were already starting to disappear. My nerves might have been paralyzed. One more swing. I'm strong. The strongest in the world. My strength stat should be so high, it should be absolutely OP! I just need one more swing. Raise my sword overhead. It's the nurse. May the divine light save us!
Along with a woman's scream, they fired wildly once again.
Nishito!
Sena covered my body with hers. I guess Sena had saved me this time.
I'm glad they show that, you know, he didn't succeed and like his at the same time his attitude was completely insufferable. Like he didn't deserve to succeed this time. Cuz look at what an asshole he's been like here at the end. Sena.
私も手伝う
I'll help too.
手伝うよ
I'll help you. Sena tightly, ever so tightly embraced my blood-soaked body. She grasped the hand I held with my D-sword with. Sena's body was so warm. Hell, it was closer to hot. It had to be the heat of her blood drawn out by the gunshot wound she suffered just now. The heat of the pulse of life that ran through her body. Oh, wow. Takumi's face looks a bit derpy here, but it's a really cool CG otherwise.
お前の覚悟
Your resolve.
ちゃんと分かったから
I understand it. No! They're gonna work together to do it, I bet. Sekiha, friendship, Tengyo-ken. Let's see. Let's destroy it!
その子のために
For the baby, too.
壊そう
Let's destroy it! Oh, she really said it. The two of us, with our power combined.
お前だけ死なせない。
I won't let you die.
お前だけ無茶させない。
I won't let you do anything rash.
私とお前は運命共同体だ。
You and I, our fates are intertwined.
一緒だ。死ぬ時も
Oh, this is kind of a half-assed,
戦う時も
rushed love story here,
一
but
緒だ。
I don't think this was really necessary to do, but okay. We'll always be together. When we die, when we fight, we'll always be together.
もうこんな悲しみの連鎖は
Really cool speech, though. Let's break this chain of misery already!
復活とかそんなのとてもいい。
Who cares about bringing back the dead?
自然の摂理に反することするべきじゃない。
We shouldn't go against the natural order of things. I mean, isn't that what the D sword is?
私はただ
I just...
もう憎しみも悲しみも痛くないんだ。
Wow! Oh, this is really cool. I don't want to see any hatred and sorrow anymore.
こんな世界を見たくないんだ。
I don't want to see the world like this.
お前が傷つくの痛くないんだ。
I don't want to see you hurt.
だから一緒に壊そう。
So, let's destroy it. Together!
あのすべての元凶を
The source of everything.
Sena's voice rang throughout my fading consciousness. So she had finally come back to her senses, huh? Completely exhausted and covered in tears, she shielded an otaku freak like me. And now she was covered in blood. We were both dyed a deep crimson. But I really did feel her passion. Her voice really did reach me. Ah!
Ah!
Ready?
Hell yes!
Together, we raised the D-sword high. I could still hear gunshots firing around us.
Are you ready, Takumi? Nishijo Takumi!
Hell yeah! I could still hear gunshots firing around us. But that wouldn't stop us anymore. My power was overflowing more than ever before. I felt a strong life force gushing out of Sena. With this godly power, we'd destroy the machine that rivaled God on high. This time, for sure, we would...
行くぞ西条。
Let's do it! Now to Nishijo! Delusion Driver!
Corollarium! I nodded. Together with Sena.
Yeah! Woo! Oh man, I was hoping for something like this.
Ah!
Ah!
We swung the D-sword down with all of our strength. And right as we did, a flash of light burst forth. A flash of light that tore the very world asunder. A red light that ripped the night sky in two. A red blade that perhaps might even reach the moon.
Zangetsu.
It blew away everything, turning it all to dust. Together with the invisible barrier surrounding NoaH 2, the planetarium was reduced to ashes.
Damn, they just didn't even confront Neurose at all. They did it from outside the building. And he was like,
And here I was waiting for you. Gee, I wonder when they're going to get here.
and then like everything left is like,
What? That's cheating! Wrong! Felt like my body was gonna be torn apart. People standing around us were blown away. Even so, Sena and I held each other upright. We both clutched the baby in our arms, shielding it. We'd use every last drop of power we had left. We didn't think about what came next. As long as we had the cheat code, our wounds would heal. So right now all we needed to do was destroy NoaH 2. With all our heart and soul, we let our power erupt! The sounds dissipated, and the light along with it. In the center of that ruined city of death, Sena and I stood tall. Sena clung to my body, I leaned against hers, and between us we embraced the bloody baby. I couldn't walk another step. I couldn't make the slightest movement. I didn't have an ounce of strength left.
もういいんだ。
oh shit, they're probably just gonna get shanked right now though. It's okay now.
悲しいけどもういいんだ。
It hurts. But it's okay now.
死んだ人を生き返らせるのなんてエゴでしかないから。
Bringing the dead back to life is just egocentric.
チートコードを
Let's
返そう。
let's return the cheat code.
I felt the same way. And because we were alive, we had to live on for the sake of those who had died.
ごめん。
I'm sorry.
Sena softly and gently embraced the bloody baby.
ごめん。
I'm so sorry.
死なせてしまってごめん。
I'm sorry for letting you die.
Sena had cried a lot today. Compared to the usual girl who glared at everyone and everything, the girl whose weakness was on display right now was far more beautiful. Sena's flowing tears were so very beautiful. As those thoughts flowed through my mind, I looked up toward the night sky.
Aren't they gonna get shanked? Is there gonna be like a post-credit scene to this? Dang, this has to be definitely the most epic of all the alternate endings we've seen. Where they actually win. Or we see them win. Like the Yua ending didn't have any closure at all, and the Kozupi ending was left kind of undecided. I do wonder if there's going to be a post-credit scene here. Yeah, this absolutely was the best one, I think, of the ones we've done so far. Really, really cool. Yeah, look at all these different openings here. Yeah, it feels like it's one of the most important routes. Takumi didn't really learn as much as he did in the main ending though. But yeah, there was a lot that happened. I kind of wish that, you know, I do like all the characters, but I kind of wish that they each had more in the main story. Like, they each had their own part in the main story to stand out, like, and help with the final battle, rather than, like, the way it was done. But here, you know, what basically, they each get a route that focuses on their own arc. Whereas, I can kind of see why the anime failed, even though I've never seen it, but I can just tell that. Because the main arc itself leaves a lot of the characters underexplored and unresolved. Although they did do a good job of with Sena's whole thing in the main story, but not as much, and of course Remy, but not as much with the other characters. Oh, here we go.
NoaHと野瀬源一の消去も確認したわ。
Oh, Narose dot. Wait, who is this talking? Oh wow, yeah, Narose just died from outside the building. Oh my god, that's fucking hilarious. Who is this talking? Is this Takumi?
I'm happy to report all errors have been eliminated. Confirm the disposal of NoaH 2 and Narose Genichi.
Oh, no, this is Momose. I'm happy to report that all errors have been eliminated. Oh my god. Wait, is that Momose? Does she work for fucking, oh my god. Does she work for the fucking council thing? Wow. I've confirmed the disposal of NoaH 2 and Narose Genichi.
オリジナルの西条匠は確保済み。
Oh my god. Holy shit. That is like a fucking Metal Gear Solid ending. The original Nishito Takumi has been secured, although he's definitely knocking on heaven's door.
コピーの西条匠および
Oh my god!
予定通り任務を実行後、共に
Oh no. They fucking shanked them. Oh man. Just as planned. After completing that mission, let the copy of Nishito Takumi as well as Atano Sena
死んだわ。
died. Oh, they just straight up died? Did they... of all the bullet wounds and shit?
今後も引き続き調査は続行す
Or
るけ
did
ど、
they kill them?
おそらく畑野瀬名も西条匠もエラーは生み出さなかったんでしょ。
Oh my god. This is crazy. This is... oh my god. Okay. Holy shit. This is literally a fucking Metal Gear Solid ending. With, like, complete with the black screen and dialogue only. Oh my god. We'll continue our investigations. But neither Atano Sena nor Nishito Takumi are likely to have caused any errors.
それでいいんじゃない？
Holy
私の仕
shit.
事も減ったことだし。
And isn't that just the bee's knees? Less wait for me, after all.
あ、そうそう。ついでに周りをうろちょろしてた。
Yeah, and it's a one-sided phone call. Just like Metal Gear Solid. Oh, right, before I forget. I just thought I'd take a stroll around the premises. Oh, kick ass. Okay, so she killed the evil nurse. Alright, that's cool. And while I was out, I took upon myself to take care of those cosmic choices the divine light followers as well. Remy lives. Well, here's some hope. That's cool. Unfortunately, well, Remy doesn't know about the Council of 300. It does seem that Sakiyata Remy was able to escape. Well, I can't see it posing any real threat to us anyhow. Oh, they actually are doing that? Oh, shit. The schedule for the worldwide human domestication project is gonna need a few slight adjustments. However, believe that the series of errors that came from these events can be restored and put to future use in the project.
結果的には300人委員会に何らの不利益も生じない。
As a result, the Committee of 300 hasn't suffered a single loss.
了解。デバッガード任務は終了します。
Yep. Understood. I'll put a stop to my debugging duties for now.
以後、監視者の役割に戻るわ。
So from this point forward, I'll go back to my role as a surveillant. They're literally the fucking Patriots. Oh my god! All we need is like a wham line at the end and it to go da 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 da! Oh, no wham line? Oh, yes, here it is.
あら、この子、生きてるわね。
Oh no! How the fuck is the baby alive? What the fuck? Oh, the baby's still alive. So we do have an error on our hands then.
二人が命を与えたのかしら。
Did those two give it life? Did they? Was that their last act? Just to like bring the baby back? I wonder if that's what they were saying about bringing things back to life. Huh.
見なかったことにしますか。
Oh.
子供はちょっと苦手なんだけど。
I'm glad she's not gonna fucking kill it. Oh, that's nice. Okay, for a second I thought she was gonna kill it. Oh, and this baby is gonna be a future hero of this world. I suppose I'll just pretend I didn't see it. I don't have a husband to help, and I'm not exactly wonderful with kids.
ミルクは手に入るかしらね。この渋谷で。
How would I even get my hands on milk with Shibuya like this? Deus Ex Machina. Holy shit. Wow! That was so cool! Oh my god, you guys! Yeah, the Council of 300 is literally the Patriots. Oh my god. Oh, that is so fucking cool. Wow, I was not expecting that. Holy fuck. Absolutely one of the coolest endings. Absolutely the coolest so far. That was incredible. So she was working for the True Council all along and like, oh my god. That's crazy. And I'm glad that she wasn't like completely evil. Like she didn't just kill the baby. That is great. So yeah, in that world, that baby is gonna totally grow up to be like a future hero. That is awesome. Yeah, I was thinking that too. That was my first thought. Is that baby gonna be the protagonist of Chaos Child? But I think he's way too young. Like, and it wouldn't be in the right timeline anyway. But man, that was so fucking cool. That was so cool, you guys! Oh my god. That was just so fucking cool. Seriously. Wow. All right. Now we gotta start on the Remy route. Oh my god, how is it gonna live up to that? Holy shit. Alright, I think continue and shortcut. Oh, the center route is placed before that, interestingly. Alright, where is Remy? Oh, Remy is in chapter 1. Okay. Alright, and just for future reference, the ISA is in chapter 2. Okay. Alright, so we have to start from chapter 1. Unfortunately. You think he'll name the child David?
視線が空から降ってくる
Alright, alright. Yeah, okay. Blah, 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 do. Rolling around at the speed of sound. Gonna fight the Patriots. Gonna fight the Patriots. Come on, this isn't even... seriously, let's just go. There we go. Oh my god. Holy fuck, that was so cool. Oh, thank you. Chapter 2, positive delusion on the hospital bed. I was wondering. Thank you for that, Star Vegas. Alright. The Remy one should be fairly early on. It's it's literally this one. It's literally right here. The very first one. I have to do positive on this. I felt like it should have been obvious to him how much he didn't want to go and see a puddle of blood and gore. It would have been way too much for me. Yep, this is new. It wouldn't be like a haunted house or a horror movie or something. People had actually died IRL and the killer was still on the loose. So wherever the murderer was likely to be, I'd like to have been anywhere but there. Still, I was curious about the murderer. What could have possibly been their motive? Are they just a psychopath that committed crimes for the hell of it? Funny hearing this right after we just resolved the situation. That was probably the most reasonable explanation. Well, whatever. It didn't really matter to me. I mean, I was a serial killer too. What? Oh. And even though I killed hundreds of people to treat him like a hero. That was an ESO though, so lol. I was wondering what the fuck. Just goes to show how much better the 2D world is. Anyways, I tried my hardest to turn down Mitsumi-kun's proposal. I imagined myself like a brawler straight out of some fighting game. A psycho killer? Ha! If I ran into a guy like that, I'd turn him into mincemeat. In my delusions, I could kill or spare anyone I wanted. I could do a pacifist or genocide run. But the people who actually tried to live out those sorts of delusions were idiots. Didn't they know that real-life actions had real-life consequences? Even the new-gen killer would be caught eventually. They'd rot in prison for years. Decades, even. Just waiting to be sent to the gallows. I could see one thing to them it'd be... What a pity. You really should have just kept your delusions to yourself. Ooh, I bet that's gonna happen later on in this route. When he fights Sua in this route. Right, delusion driver. I went out to buy myself some dinner. Took the road I always used to get to my local convenience store. Right by Mystery Theater. It was only a 3-minute walk from my base. I walked down this dirty alley more times than I could count. But for some reason, walking through it today, I couldn't help but feel as if I stepped into another world. The alley was the same as ever, but it felt like it was the first time I'd ever set foot in it. Familiar yet new, like the opposite of deja vu. I've researched the phenomenon online before. The name for it was apparently jamais vu. What's more, the stench of rotting garbage was lingering in the air. Moisture in the atmosphere was so thick that if I hadn't known any better, I'd have assumed it had just been raining. The air was like syrup on my skin. heard a sound. A faint sound of something dragging across the ground. I stopped in my tracks and listened closely. Sounded like it was coming from up ahead, from somewhere down the alley and around the corner. Without any street lights or lit up windows, it was pitch black down there. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't see a thing. It was strange. It was modern-day Shibuya. A place that, alongside Shinjuku, was known as a city that never sleeps. So how could there still be places that were this dark? Almost felt like the entrance to a haunted house. Actually, there was one very large distinction. This darkness wasn't man-made, it was real. I didn't want to go any further. Nothing good would come from it. My brain set off every alarm bell it could, trying to prevent my body from taking another step. It was a long one. But for some inexplicable reason, my body stepped forward anyway, as if drawn to that repeating sound. My fear urged me to stop. Something horrible would happen if I kept going. My heart started racing. My forehead was slick with sweat.
その先に
Up ahead. Suddenly a noise that was beautiful yet somehow discordant at the same time reached my ears. A voice. Garbled by static. Before I knew it, someone had grabbed my forearm. It was all too sudden. I panicked and tried to scream for help, but all that came out was a puff of air. Terrified, I tried to force my body to run away, but it wouldn't listen. I couldn't move an inch. I looked towards my arm. And the hand of the thing that had grabbed me came into view. Oh my god. What the fuck? Jeez. He's all gel-banded. Jeez. Or rather, Remy. It was dark green with skin taut like a mummy's. Countless veins protruded from the surface. It didn't look alive.
行くの
If you go any further... To be honest, it made sense I couldn't move. Going all deer in the headlights was the natural reaction to what was happening. Surprising to me, though, that the voice in my ear was so soothing. The fear swelling inside me was starting to vanish.
危険
You'll be in danger. A serious yet gentle voice. I slowly looked over my shoulder. First thing I noticed was the Suime Academy emblem. The same emblem you find sewn on the chest of each and every Suime uniform. Then I noticed that the person who was wearing a skirt was like she was a girl. I didn't have the courage to look at the most important part, her face. She was standing way closer than I was expecting, so I couldn't bring myself to face her. I couldn't put my finger on why, but for some reason something seemed off, so I turned my attention back toward her hand. It was normal now. The hand grip from her arm was delicate and feminine. Even just a moment ago, I'd seen it as green and grotesque. This girl, who was she? What kind of expression was on her face? What kind of expression was she making at me? What was she doing here? I had no idea why, but for some reason I felt like I knew her. While staring at the pale hand wrapped around my arm, I tried to envision what. In my delusion, she... Oh, here we go. Oh, wow, this is the most involved one. Fitting, since it's Remy. But yeah, wow. Alright, check the yes-no answers. Oh, it's yes, no, yes, no, yes. Okay. It's basically just describing her. And yes for the last one. Snap. Oh, I don't like the sound of that. Discovered a preview story. In spite of all my questions, I couldn't manage to get a single word out. I simply hung my head in silence. At some point, the dragging sound had stopped.
もう帰って
Turn back. In its place, there was a smell coming from her body. Ooh, that's interesting, calling him Takumi-kun. Please, Takumi-kun. Stench of blood.
これはいい。
That was awesome. I was sitting behind a computer monitor. Wow, skipped a lot here. Chugged down a cola to contain my excitement, then leaned back on my chair. That'd have been one hell of a delusion. Seriously. I especially like that mystery girl. I might give her a name and flesh her out her personality in future delusions. I let my imagination run wild like this all the time. Usually I go on to cast an existing character as the girl, such as Sarah-tan, so I might as well do that here too. Actually, Sarah didn't quite fit the vibe of that mystery girl. Well, at any rate, it was a lot of fun mixing together 2D and 3D in my delusions. With that god of the world inside my head. And there, everything bent to my will.
次はちょっとエロ要素も。
It'll definitely make the next one more sexy. I said that to myself as if I were at my base. When I remembered I was in an internet cafe, I quickly covered my mouth. I quietly peeked outside. Didn't seem like anyone heard me just now, so meh. Oh, here we go. 2 hours prior. Oh, wow, getting extra scenes already. The light of the sunset bathed a hospital room in a vibrant orange. All was silent, as if time itself had stopped. Only a single person was present. Completely still, as if asleep, sat a boy in a wheelchair. Wheelchair. It was around the time of day where one would find nurses rushing around the hospital, serving patients their dinners. And yet, no such signs of activity made their way to the room. A moment later, the silence was broken by the sound of a door opening. A lone girl entered the room. The boy in the wheelchair lifted his head to acknowledge her, but did not speak. For a moment, the girl hesitated at the entrance. Looking around the room, she could sense a faint aura of loneliness emanating from it. The drab-looking room was minimal in size and reeked of disinfectant. This was where the two of them spent their days. I really like these two. An isolated location internally unknown to the rest of humanity. Not a single soul, be they a doctor, nurse, friend, or relative, ever came to visit. The boy and the girl rarely exchanged words with one another. The boy had been hospitalized and for a whole year had been comatose. Only just a month ago had he awoken. Yep, that's because it was really hard to create Takumi. The girl had been essentially using his room as a place to stay. However, as much as she did trust him, their relationship had nothing to do with any sort of romantic or sexual attraction. So far. Her only goal was to repay her debt to the boy. Nothing more, nothing less. The boy was intentionally cold and distant, having even told her not to return once before. Yet all the same, she remained. This was in part because she had nowhere else to go. I'm glad. So it looks like we're going to learn more about her past. During his coma, she had been his lone caretaker. Couch in the room had become her bed, and even now, after he had awoken, she used it as such still.
ご飯 買ってきたよ。
I brought you something to eat. She spoke with warmth and sincerity as she held out a bag of food she brought from the convenience store. Her words scared away the static atmosphere and breathed new life into the dead world that surrounded them. The girl surrendered herself to such an illusion, but did not mention this to the boy as she laid several kinds of bread on top of the empty bed.
いつも思うんだけどさ、こんな食事で体は大丈夫？
Hey, this has been on my mind a while now, but is food like this enough to keep you healthy?
もともと先は長くないから買ってこさせてごめん。
I don't have much time left as it is. Regardless, I'm sorry for setting you out to buy these.
いいのいいの、私の分のついでだから気にしないで。
It's all right. I got some food for myself too, so don't worry about it. She forced herself to smile at the boy. Then, taking an egg sandwich for herself, she moved towards the window. Upon opening the window, the crisp autumn breeze permeated the quiet hospital room. Comfortably greeted by the wind, the girl narrowed her eyes and perched nimbly on the windowsill. The room was located considerably high up. Imaginably falling would mean certain death. This, however, hardly mattered to the girl, who simply took a hearty bite out of her sandwich. The boy in the wheelchair paid her no heed. He did not even attempt to reach for the bread laid out on the bed.
ねえ、もう一度聞くけど、本当に彼を覚醒させるつもり？
Listen, I need to ask you again. Are you really going to try and awaken him?
昨日チャットをしてみてはっきりした。のぞみはすでに彼に目をつけている。ノア2も完成間近だし、急がないと。
I am. The chat the two of us had yesterday made that very clear to me. Nozomi has been keeping an eye on him, and NoaH 2 is nearing completion. We must make haste.
どうしてもやるの？
No matter what it takes.
そうだよ。
That's right.
でもそれじゃのぞみと変わらない。彼に恐怖を与えて追い詰めて。
Interesting, yeah, that she's bringing this up. Very interesting. Kind of a behind the scenes look here. But that makes us no better than Nozomi. Scaring him, pushing him to the edge.
彼しかいないんだ。
He is all we have.
彼が覚醒すればあなたは死ぬのに。
But if he awakens, you'll die.
最初から覚悟の上だよ。彼に全ての責任を押し付けようとしている僕には相応の罰だと思う。
I've been prepared for that from the very beginning. My death is suitable punishment for shoving all more responsibilities onto him.
The girl kept her gaze focused on the setting sun, not daring to look over her shoulder at the boy. Her countenance laid her emotions bare. She looked as if she might burst into tears at any moment.
彼を消すっていう選択肢はないかな。
Could erasing him be an option?
そうなったら僕はまた1年以上昏睡する覚悟で新しい僕を生み出さないとね。その頃にはノア2は完成して世界には絶望が溢れているだろうけど。
If that were to happen, I would not hesitate to put myself through another year-long coma so that I could create another me. Perhaps even longer. But by the time it would succeed, NoaH 2 would have long since been completed. An event that shall cast the world into despair.
Despite his gentle tone, his words were laced with a touch of cynicism. Upon hearing them, the girl couldn't help but let out a sigh.
私はあなたのやり方には反対だな。
I can't support the way you're going about this.
ノア2を完成させるわけにはいかない。
We cannot allow NoaH 2 to reach completion.
そうだけど、彼の立場を考えたら悲しすぎるよ。
I know we can't, but putting myself in his shoes is just so sad.
それに、あなたが自殺しようとしているのをむざむざ指をくわえて見ているわけにもいかないし。
And there's no way I can just stand around and watch while you kill yourself.
自殺じゃないよ。
I'm doing nothing of the sort.
私が何とかする。
I'll take care of it. The boy finally moved a little, taken aback by the girl's abrupt, yet resolute words.
なんとかって？
What exactly do you mean by that?
She's gonna do her own thing. Finishing off the last of her sandwich, she stepped down from the windowsill, then turned to face him. Then, for some inexplicable reason, she snapped into a pose, resembling that of a salute.
私が望みから彼を守る。
I swear to protect him from Nozomi.
そうすればあなたは死なないから。
That way you won't have to die.
それじゃあ彼が生まれた意味がなくなるし、何の解決にもならない。ノア2が。
But that negates the very reason he was created. And it doesn't solve anything. He'd know it too.
ノア2も私が何とかするって。
I'll take care of NoaH 2 as well.
君には無理だよ。
That isn't just something you can handle.
もう決めたの。
I've already made up my mind.
私はあなたを守るためにあなたと対立します。
I won't let you do what you plan to do. I'm going to protect you. Ah! You're misguided, but going by the past of her that we already saw, like, Shogun is her whole life. And she's just putting him above the world. She gave him a frail yet tender smile. At the sight of this, the boy lost any and all words he had. Ah!
あなたの予言によると、今日新しい事件が起きるんだよね。
You predicted there'll be another incident today, right?
予言じゃない。事実だよ。
Oh, and this is how she ended up being there.
It isn't just a prediction, it's an absolute fact. I have seen their delusion myself.
だったら彼をその事件に近づけさせないようにしなくちゃ。
If that's true, then I can't let him get involved.
私ちょっと行ってくるね。
I'll be going now. She approached the door.
君が邪魔をしても、僕は予定通り彼を目覚めさせるよ。
Even if you interfere, I will still force him to awaken as planned.
As she opened the door, hearing the boy's words directed at her back, she paused for one final time. No sign of life came from the hallway. Not a single human being was in sight. Not a single sound reached the room.
ねえ、 私たちって何
Ooh.
なんだろう。誰にも存在を知られずに
Oh my
こ
god.
こにもう1年以上いる。
Hey. Just. What are we exactly? The two of us have been here for all over a year. All while nobody even knows we exist.
ここにいると自分っていう存在は幻なんじゃないかって思えてきちゃうの。
Being here, I can't help but feel like my existence is nothing more than an illusion or something.
ジメジメ気分になるのはやっぱり病院だからかな。
I think the hospital's gloominess is getting to my head.
リミ、君は関わるべきじゃない。
Remy, you shouldn't get involved.
Despite the boy's pleading, the girl did not look back. Ah!
パンちゃんと食べるんだよ。
These two are so sweet. Make sure to eat the bread I got you, okay? After murmuring those last few words, the girl left the hospital room. Alright, now he's gonna meet her here. Alright, let's see. Yeah, a new sound, of course, from her perspective. She too had heard that sound. Before, there had been a strange whirring sound like something tearing its way through the air. Soon after she heard it, she discovered its origin, a rucksack worn by a nearby suspicious-looking person. Aha! Oh, goddammit, she almost stopped him at the first one. Second one, I should say. When she attempted to pursue them, however, they escaped. So close! That was when she heard another sound echoing in the distance. A shrill sound of stakes being nailed into a wall. And though faint, the whirring sound from before could still be heard as well. Two sounds resonated in grating harmony, creating the illusion that her ears may start bleeding at any moment. Am I too late? Lightly biting her lip, she sprinted toward the source of the sound. And there her eyes landed upon... Yep. A corpse affixed to the wall by several cross-shaped stakes. Yep, it was basically Sua hypnotizing a dude to kill this other dude, yeah. Startled, she surveyed her surroundings. Though she loathed to admit it, the status of the victim did not matter to her in the slightest. Granted the opportunity, she would naturally have preferred to save him, but it was much too late. And now there were more important matters at hand. She couldn't let Nishijo Takumi see this place. She couldn't let him be consumed by fear. Where could he be? With that on her mind, she returned her gaze to the corpse. Ouch. Ooh, it changed. She was at a loss for words. She'd only looked away for a second, yet in a short time countless sticks had gruesomely mutilated the corpse. Just a moment ago, there had only been a few stakes on the wall, just enough to suspend the corpse in midair. There hadn't even been any external injuries, let alone blood. But now a grisly spectacle lay before her eyes. The sight of it left her reeling in horror, frantically fighting to endure her nausea. Her vision distorted and uncertainty seized her heart. Is it delusion? Eroding reality? In that moment, the girl came to notice that the changes did not end there. Oh shit! Oh god! Her clothes were different. She was wearing a uniform unfamiliar to her, from a school she didn't recognize. In addition, her body was still stained with crimson, and in her hand was a stake.
嘘。これって
No! Is this
妄想がシンクロを。
a delusion synchro? We gotta learn more about that. Someone's delusion had edited the scene around her. Gruesome corpse, her clothes, the rich scarlet blood. Was any of it real?
違う。
No. It couldn't possibly be real. There was no stench of blood. She couldn't feel the icy chill of the metal stake in her hand. She put her hand to her bloody cheek and it came way dry. She carefully reached for one of the stakes planted into her body. But when she tried to grab it, her hand grasped nothing but air. Everything was a delusion. A far, far too vivid delusion. But at any moment, the delusion could become reality. It had already taken form. Once real booty, it would merge with reality. What was she to do? The girl was overtaken by doubt. A delusional face like this, oozing negativity, was well beyond anything she was used to dealing with. Such a powerful deluder may have already taken Nishijiro Takami's life. She might suddenly find Takami pinned to the wall in this man's place. At this point, it did not even surprise her. Driven by anxiety, she lifted out a soft cry, and right at that moment,
あの時の将軍のリンク写真
the picture Shogun sent. The terrified scream of a voice resounded from behind her. Oh shit. And here we go. Yep. Oh god. Oh my god, another. Wow. Okay, this is getting really involved. I think. Wow, there are so many. Unlike the other routes, there are a lot of scenes here. Beforehand. Oh, dang. So yeah, I gotta stop here. It's gonna. I hope I remember which one it is. This is chapter 1, Eyes and Eyes. Right up here. So next time, we will go fully more onto the Remy route. It looks like it's gonna be a really involved one, which makes sense given who it is. But until next time, I will say so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You hold the sweetest of hearts. See ya.